What's going on, everybody? It is Friday, 11:30 in the morning, May 27th. And as you guys can see, hair is a bit wild right now. I just washed it. I got a haircut, and so I'm gonna go take care of that. But I'm gonna try like a new way of shooting some film and stuff like that. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, because I'm gonna create a journey of what I am currently going through, because in the last video I told you guys that I was possibly going to be losing my job, and I haven't given you guys an update since then. So this is going to be the update video, and it's also going to be the process, and hopefully I guess maybe like a series of what I am going to be doing on a daily basis during this period, because I did lose my job. What up, what up? Look at that. Oh, your boy ready for these interviews. See that? Look at dapper shit, people. Oh, hold on. Oh, let me fix that up real quick. Yeah, I'm ready for interviews, right? I think you guys can tell. All right, so I'm back home, but I'm about to call a hiring manager, and because I'm gonna do that, I haven't thought through what would happen if he doesn't answer, and so I'm gonna write down some notes real quick just to figure that out, so I'm very precise when it comes to the voicemail. That is part of this job too. When you're looking for a job, you can't just sit there and ramble on somebody's voicemail. You should be very precise, show them how professional that you can be. It's all a part of the sales process, and so I got to make sure to do that, because this is a solid opportunity that I don't want to really mess up and wing. So yeah, I'm gonna work on that real quick. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna make the call. Let's see what happens. Let's see if he answers the phone, and if not, I think I'm ready to, leave that voicemail. Got the voicemail. Hi, Bill, it's Pierre. Hey, I was just giving you a call to connect again about the opportunity, and just to reiterate to you that I'm really excited about this role. And our last conversation ended with you asking if I would be willing to relocate, and after further discussion with my wife, I just wanted to make sure that you were aware that 100% when I get this role, we would be willing to relocate to Dallas, so that I would better be able to cover the territory and just do really well at this opportunity. Again, I also just wanted to mention that I have started the interview process with a few other companies, and some stuff is moving quicker than expected. And I just wanted to make sure that I gave this opportunity everything that I could as well, and to be a part of that process. If you could, I'd love to chat with you later today. If not, feel free to reach out sometime early next week, and have a wonderful long weekend. Thank you. All right, we shall see how that goes. I might message another rep that I know that works inside of that organization to see what's going on. But beyond that, it's the best that I can do right now to make sure that I'm still within that process. But the voicemail could have been a little bit better if I was going to critique myself. I just kind of wrote a few points down to kind of keep my mind on a flow. I practiced it about 3 times before leaving it, and as you guys saw, there were still some stumbling, because your nerves get to you. This is a solid opportunity, and yeah, but all in all, I think it was a pretty quick, good voicemail. I think it was under 45 seconds, which is what I wanted it to be under, and there we are. So I know this video is kind of going all over the place. This is just some things that I had to get done right now. I'm gonna recollect myself after some lunch, and yeah, and then I'll let you guys in on what is going on, what I'm working on, and hopefully you guys are in on this journey and working really hard to get yourself a role. I know there's some people out there that are doing exactly what I'm doing right now, and I gotta do better than them. So see you guys in a minute. All right, so let's jump into a little bit of a better explanation of what's been going on. So as of August 17th, it has been officially 10 days now since I have been relinquished from my duties. Is that the right term? Possibly. I don't know. Your watch is over, Game of Thrones fans, you know?
My watch is ended.
So literally, no more job. The nice thing though is even though I was displaced, so displaced is a better term than saying fired because I'm not necessarily fired, I guess. It is displaced because what they decided to do, so I can fill you guys in, and this is why some people really do not like the pharmaceutical industry. I haven't seen it personally when it happens in device, but I know that it does happen in device. But it just happens a lot more often in this space, the pharmaceutical space. And what my company Novartis decided to do was they grabbed the umbrellas of the sales organizations that they had, which was pharmaceutical, oncology, and radioligand therapy, which that's the one that I was in. They decided what they were going to do is pull them all into one piece and call it innovative medicine. And during this, what they were going to be doing is also somehow every single year save $1 billion.
Billions?
So how are you going to save $1 billion? You're going to, start firing people. And unfortunately, my division was literally the first division to be let go. I want to say that there's a lot of reasons and other things as to why it ended up being like my division to be the first, but I'm going to take it with, the glass half full kind of expectation, because at least now for me, even though I am displaced, a lot of other people haven't been displaced yet. So the opportunities that are out there, there's going to be less competition for them. But I have realized that because of the scare of what Novartis has done, there are a lot of people currently interviewing for the same roles that I'm interviewing for that currently have a job. So those are the things that you might run into. But yeah, so for me, last day was last Tuesday on actually having to answer emails and things like that for customers, running appointments, anything like that. All of that has been completely wiped from my calendar. What else? The severance wasn't bad. So I will say that they did pretty right by us. They gave us 90 days until our last day. So our last day is August 15th. So technically, I am employed until August 15th. I just don't have to do anything for them. So that's nice that I get to spend the next 90 days essentially really trying to find another opportunity, and I get to weigh my options a little bit better compared to just having to take the first thing that comes to me. And I've already done that. I have since August 17th already done 5 interviews, and I have turned down 1 opportunity. That opportunity came to me after just 2 interviews. So I had an initial interview. The interview went really well, and the hiring manager decided, you know what, we're going to call this the actual interview instead of just a quick phone call to get to know one another. Then I did the HR interview, and when we got to the final one, I backed out because I just knew that if I did that interview, I was going to get the opportunity. It was pretty much set in stone. The manager had already told me that I was going to be his choice. I don't even think at the moment they were interviewing anybody else. I happened to get in because somebody referred me over to that role, but I decided it just wasn't the right fit for me, and things moved a little bit too quickly, and I just wasn't very excited for that opportunity, and I have no reason to rush into the next one. So ended up turning the final interview down, and let's see, and that's basically it. I have been doing what I have told all of you to do from the get-go of getting into this industry, and that's networking. That's how I was able to already have 5 interviews. That's how I've already spoken to multiple hiring managers, how I'm already at the front of the line of processes that haven't even started yet. And those are things that also kind of suck, because I'm a person of action and I want something to happen, and nothing is happening right now because interviewing takes time, and some things move faster than others, just like that one that I was just talking about. I could theoretically, I guess, be working probably, I think next week was the start date. And I just didn't want it. I knew for me and my background and the pedigree that my resume has on it, it just wouldn't look good for me to have gone from what I'm doing right now to go do that opportunity. So I'm gonna be a little bit pickier because I do have the capability to be pickier. And oh, back to like the severance piece, I didn't even finish it. So they gave us 90 days to essentially do what I'm doing right now, which is networking, looking for a job, all that kind of stuff. Then after those 90 days, I will get paid out for an additional 16 more weeks. So I'll just get one huge lump sum of all of that money combined. And I have like some long-term incentive, like stock programs and stuff that technically didn't invest because I wasn't here for 3 years, but they're, a few of them I've been here for over that year mark, and what they're going to do is they're going to automatically just vest it for me, and I get to have that. I had a retention bonus that didn't get to make it to its like timeline, but they're going to prorate how long I've been here. So it was a 2-year retention, and by the time that comes up, it'll have been May, June, July, August. A year and 3 months, I'm gonna get a prorated payment of a year and 3 months compared to like that full 24 months. So awesome as well. What else did I get? They're giving me just an additional $2,500 for, excuse me, for like services that you would use to like find a job, but they already have a free service that they're giving us, like career coaches and things like that to help us find jobs. So that's just an extra $2,500 that I could use for like other stuff that is going to help me find a job, but you don't have to use it to find a job. So really it's just an extra $2,500. So all in all, I'm not really too upset about what's happening. It's a pretty solid payout at the end of it. And I'm on track right now to pretty much like double dip a lot of that money, because by the time I get a role, I don't lose the capability of earning the 16-week severance. I just let them know when I start, and I still get that severance. So that's what's nice. And beyond that, I just wanted to let you guys in on what's happening, and I'm probably going to try to shoot like what it is that I'm doing on a daily basis, because this is what you guys should be doing. People that are working full-time jobs, people that are not working full-time, working part-time, trying to get into this industry, people that don't have a job trying to get into this industry. I want to at least show you what somebody that is in my position, multiple years of experience, things like that, like what I'm currently doing. I can say that right now on LinkedIn, I definitely get on LinkedIn probably like 5+ times a day, and just try to spread it out like every few hours just to see if there's any new posts that are coming on of people accepting jobs or people posting jobs, things like that. I'm also responding back to messages that I have sent to recruiters and other people that are within my network to network with them and, get my resume out in front of more people. I am also jumping onto like job boards. I will say, at least on the pharmaceutical side, Indeed is helpful. I would not necessarily use that if you're trying to get into device, just because device, I feel like by the time it hits Indeed, they already have a significant list of people that are already within the interview process. And so you're just too late. But somehow when it comes to the pharmaceutical side, you're really not too late. But regardless, you should always have somebody within the industry try to refer you in, because that's really what's going to help out. So I've done a couple of lunches now with multiple reps within different roles of what I'm applying for. And that's been nice, so that I get to like meet people, get to actually understand the product a little bit better of what I would be selling. I could understand like the culture and the dynamic of the team a little bit better. And then I could really see their face and their expressions when they're talking about the manager, because the last thing that I want is to go join another team and just get excited to be in a new opportunity and completely just not mesh well with the manager. And that just can't happen. So I'm doing the best that I can to ask a ton of questions throughout the interview process, ask the employees that work for that manager a ton of questions about what that manager is like, what their management style is like, so that to see if like the hiring manager's answers relate to the same answers and responses that you've gotten from other people, because that is like your job essentially while you're looking for a job, is to do your homework. Like, I understand that a lot of people probably don't have much experience and they're just trying to get in wherever they can get in. That's completely understandable. But once you actually do have some experience like me, that those opportunities just aren't like, don't outweigh other opportunities. Like I would much rather work for a solid manager and a solid culture of a team, and let's say make like 10 or 15, $20,000 less than I would working somewhere else where I absolutely hated every single day of my life. So those are the things that I'm prioritizing right now. I'm also trying to be, you know, positive and on the upside. Just got a LinkedIn message from somebody, so we shall see. Hey, look, you see, networking while I'm doing this. But so that's what's nice is I do have the capability right now to weigh my options instead of like taking the very first thing that lines up. I want to make sure that I'm making a solid decision. I'd like this next decision to last a couple of years, if not like closer to 5 years. Another cool thing of networking, I was speaking with one of my neighbors, and his wife is like super high in a company, and they do tech sales there. And we were just having a discussion. I let them know what happened to me and how I got displaced, and they were like, well, do you want to stay in the medical industry? I was like, I mean, I'm always down to hear other options if you guys have other options. And she straight up was like, hey, give me your resume, let me check in with my team, see what's going on, and see if there's an opportunity over here for you. And that's pretty cool. I've always thought about like, how could I transition into tech? Obviously, like as I talk about it, the only way that I would be able to transition is if somebody took a chance on me and like vouched for me to get in somewhere, because I am not going somewhere else with the experience that I have at this point in my life to start at the very bottom again. Like I just can't do it. I make too much money right now, and family depends on the money I make and different things like that for me to take that kind of leap. But for other people that are maybe within this industry, pharma or device, and thinking about getting into tech, and let's say you haven't broken the 120 threshold, like it's an opportunity for you. You know, tech is fast growing, pretty quick paced, and they tend to make a ton of money as well. So that's another solid opportunity to be looking into. And I'm definitely, you know, dipping my toes in that pool. Hopefully I get a nibble. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so those are the things that I'm kind of going through right now. I just wanted to get everybody up to speed so that you understood the series of what's happening and like why the videos that I'm making are what they are. I did record one of my last interviews. Man, that thing, it ran for like an hour and a half. It was long. It's a long interview. I will post it. I don't necessarily think that there's anything that I need to take out of it. I'm normal like you guys. I am not a professional like interviewer, all that stuff. I feel like I do pretty well when it comes to obviously having conversations with somebody, talking about my background, talking about product, different things like that. So I feel like maybe you guys would enjoy just even if it is that long, like just seeing what these interviews are like, so that you can maybe reduce the anxiety that you're having prior to one of your upcoming interviews, just seeing somebody else handle one. Because you can mock interview and role play it out as many times as you want. It never goes the way that it would like when you're actually in it. So I think that would be awesome to post. Again, I just got to check on a couple of things and make sure that it's all right to do. But other than that, solid things coming out. I'm excited to be back. Apologies for taking so long to post. I think it's been like 3 weeks. It's been like a up and down, a little bit of a roller coaster, and just, you know, trying to catch my breath and dig deep and get back into it. Hopefully something happens pretty soon. I'm a solid candidate. I honestly don't think I'll be on the market for too long, and I want you guys to be on that journey so you can see like what somebody that has experience, is confident within themselves and things like that, like how long are they in the job market. I will say that I could have been off already, but I turned it down, or I turned down like the final interview. I was like, I don't want to be in this anymore. So I could have already been off the market, but it's not about, you know, who gets there first. It's sometimes, yeah, that could be the best opportunity that you're going to find. And I know for a fact, I know it, putting it out there, putting it, you know, for the Lord to hear, like, that was not my best opportunity. There's better to come. So yeah, enjoy the journey. I enjoy you guys. I'm excited for this, and, you know, don't feel sorry for me. Probably none of you guys do. But I'll see you guys on the next one.